Do I have this week's Geno Smith in this week's 3 and 3 podcast? Gotta take 3 minutes and find out. What is up, everybody? It's your boy DFS Up North, and I am here with another 3 and 3 podcast, and we are ready to talk today about week 5. It is crazy that we are here in week 5. Like, I can't even believe that we are 5 weeks into the season. And if you guys watched this last week, guess what? You probably crushed, because if you remember, I came in here and I went longer than a minute on QB in last week, and we talked about Geno Smith as my favorite play on the slate. And guess what? He smashed. My sister article to this, where I give you a 10 under 10, right? So this is three plays, 3 leverage plays in 3 minutes. My 10 under 10 is the written format. If you guys have time to read, I usually don't. I have time to write it. I don't have time to read everybody's content. I can skim it, but if you have time to read, my 10 under 10 smashed last week. So at DFS Army, one of the things that we have is our projections, right? Best in the business, and we have our median projection, but we also have what's called a ceiling projection, which we think is, hey, this is the ceiling of this guy. This is like best case scenario. This is what he gets. And 4 of my 10 guys in that article last week exceeded their ceiling projection. That is insane. 3 of the 4 exceeded it by 5 points. Geno Smith, obviously, smashing, right? George Pickens, smashing. Breece Hall was right there. He was a great play. He didn't even end up getting there. So 10 under 10 articles smashed last week. 3 and 3 obviously crushed it with Geno. If you are not a DFS Army VIP, what are you doing? We do it all. We do DraftKings, FanDuel, Super Draft, Prize Pick, Thrive Fantasy. We do it all, and all we do is win. Last week, really good week for a lot of our subs. And then our VIPs smashed the showdowns as well. Had second nuts on. Had a bunch of guys win the Kansas City one. It was a really fun night for everybody. And I'm recording this right now. We are getting close to lock for the Broncos and Colts game. And I guarantee you we're going to smash that as well. And one of the reasons that we do, we won the Millie week 1 too. One of our VIPs did. So shout out to my boy Rapid Fire XD. But again, one of the reasons that we smash is our optimizers. The Domination Station is, in my opinion, the best lineup generator in the business, especially for things like showdown, stuff like that. Even the customizability for the main slate is insane. You can control who's going with who, building 150 lineups, and you can do it like you are hand building all of them. I don't know what I would do without it, right? And beyond that, you get the coaching, right? You get me. You can shoot me a DM. I'm looking at my Discord right now. Somebody's messaging me about rules for Showdown tonight, and I'm going to answer. So here we go. We are down to the main part of this, the 3 and 3, where I give you my 3 favorite GPP leverage plays for the week: a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver. Let's go. My favorite play this week at quarterback is my boy Trevor Lawrence. 5,600 on DraftKings is disrespectful. He's due some massive positive regression rushing the ball. He hasn't gone over 11 yards yet this year. Last year he had multiple 30-yard rushing games, and that, those just 3 little extra points give him a massive ceiling. That gets him from 20 to 25. That gets you into that's maybe the difference in winning a GPP or just kind of, getting in that top 1 or 2%. He's playing the Texans, who suck. Justin Herbert carved him up last week. Obviously, you can run on the Texans. I think that James Robinson and Travis Etienne are going to be a little bit higher owned this week. We get leverage by playing T-Law, right? The last week's game with the Eagles, tough secondary, tough weather. I'm not getting off T-Law because of one bad week, right? I love pairing him with Christian Kirk. I think Zay Jones is going to be healthy this week. I think you can even play touchdown machine or potential touchdown machine Evan Ingram. I'm not wasting my time on Jamal Agnew, though. That was a one-off. Come on. Raheem Mostert. I don't even know how you say his name, but this guy is the RB1 in Miami. He really is. $5,000 on DraftKings, so cheap. 5,800 on FanDuel, even cheaper, right? We're talking 5-7%. He is the RB1 going up against the Jets. I had Najee Harris in the spot last week. He got vultured by Kenny Pickett. But the Jets are awful. They gave up 3 touchdowns to Chubb. Mostert, snapped Edmonds significantly. He got RB1 usage last week against the Bengals. I expect that again here. I think that we look at Edmonds as the pass catcher, but Raheem's involved as well. Like he's a favorite to get over 1.5 receptions this week. So I love the floor here. I think he's an RB1 in an up tempo game. We're talking about a 24-team total for Miami at 21 for the Jets, which isn't like ideal or great, but on this slate it is. There is not. I don't believe that there is a game with a team with a total game total over 50. So I love Raheem here. I'm not worried about Edmonds, which people are. That's why the ownership's here. You're getting a start in RB1 against a bad defense at 5% owns. Smash, smash, smash. I just thought this picture was hilarious. So Marquez Callaway, but the guy is 3,300. 0.5% on DraftKings, 0.3% on FanDuel, and he's going to start, or at least start in 3 wide receiver sets. Michael Thomas is not going to play. Traquan Smith is okay. Marquez Callaway played 96% of the snaps last week for the Saints against the Vikings. Gets an almost better matchup against the Seahawks secondary this week. 3 catches, 55 yards last week. Like, he is going to be in the mix. He's almost dead minimum for a wide receiver. He's not owned, like, at all. And the guy can play. We've seen him smash in the past. I love Marquez Callaway this week. Like, I saw this ownership, and it was an automatic lock button for me. Get him in your lineups. He's going to smash against the Seahawks. Love him here. So, in review, we got Trevor Lawrence, Raheem Mostert, Marquez Callaway. That's a great start to a lineup right there. Like, you go T-Law, you throw in maybe Christian Kirk, you get Raheem Mostert, you bounce it back with Breece Hall, Marquez Callaway, maybe you throw a little DK Metcalf, who Geno Smith has been loving lately. You are already there to a potentially GPP winning lineup. So I love the 3-3 this week. If you want to check out my written stuff, 10-10, going to be on DFS Army later today. And again, if you're not a DFS Army VIP, what are you doing? 10% off. Use that code UpNorth. Come join me. Come join Geek, Bobby Clinks, Josiah, like all these guys crushing every single week. Best in the business. And I don't say that just because they pay me. Like, I would do this. Well, I wouldn't do this for free. Nobody does stuff for free, but I can't imagine being a part of any other community. Love it here. So come join us. DFS Army. Let's go.